Welcome back to Ajayi Firearms and Tactics. In today's video, we'll be breaking down Maryland's core self-defense standards. Non-deadly force. You may use reasonable and proportionate force to stop an imminent threat, an unlawful physical harm. Deadly force requirements. Deadly force is justified only when you reasonably believe you face imminent death, serious bodily injury, or a violent felony, and no safe alternative exists. Relevant case law. State versus Faulkner, 1986. Clarified reasonable perception. State versus Marr, 1978. Necessity and proportionality. No stand your ground in Maryland. Maryland requires retreat when safe and feasible outside the home. Exceptions include inside the home at your business or if retreat increases danger. Maryland Castle Doctrine. No duty to retreat inside your home, but deadly force still requires a reasonable belief of imminent deadly threat. Defense of others. Maryland follows the reasonable appearance rule. Case Pittman versus State, 1984. Defense of property limitations. Deadly force cannot be used to protect property alone. So you have Jenkins versus State in 1970. Financial aftermath of self-defense incident. Expert legal defense costs, including attorney fees, can range between $25,000 to $50,000. Expert witnesses, $5,000 to $30,000. Investigators, bail, and potential civil lawsuits. Liability insurance importance. Consider USCCA, U.S. Law Shield, or CCW SAFE to cover legal fees, civil suits, expert witnesses, and bail support. Avoidance and de-escalation. Maryland courts weigh whether you attempted to retreat, de-escalate, or avoid confrontation. Also, you can follow Maryland Shall Issue, MSI, to understand your rights in any legislative updates with regards to law in Maryland. Maryland Shall Issue is a nonprofit, nonpartisan civil rights organization dedicated to defending and advancing the rights of lawful gun owners in Maryland. MSI helps Maryland residents understand complex firearm and self-defense laws, legislative updates, and proposed bills, how new policies affect carry, transport, storage, and training requirements. MSI plays a major role in analyzing legislation debate in Annapolis each year, including issues such as sensitive places, carry restrictions, magazine limits, and training mandates. The organization also provides education through legal seminars, public meetings, question and answer sessions, court updates to ensure that all gun owners understand Maryland's strict and evolving legal environment. MSI remains heavily involved in major lawsuits, including the Bruin-related challenges, sensitive places restrictions, HQL challenges, and constitutional litigation that impacts Maryland gun owners statewide. For anyone who carries a firearm in Maryland, MSI is one of the most valuable resources for staying updated, informed, and legally protected. In closing, at Ajayi Firearms and Tactics, LLC, we believe that responsible firearm ownership begins with education. Understanding Maryland self-defense laws, your rights, and your responsibilities is just as critical as learning how to shoot. Maryland is a strict and complex legal environment. The decisions you make before, during, and after a defensive encounter will shape the outcome of your legal fight. The best defense is always avoidance. Maintain awareness, de-escalate when possible, and break contact when safe. Your firearm should always be a last resort when all other options have been exhausted. Train smart, carry smart, avoid unnecessary conflict, and above all, prepare not just for the moment of self-defense, but for the aftermath that follows. Stay informed, stay trained, and stay protected.